On here. We're just getting started. Tay, Tay, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, what's going on? How's your Sunday going? We vibing this morning? Exactly. Hey, yes. Go on, Tay. You good? You good? Man, today was so refreshing. Um, I went out today. I got to sleep in a little bit. I went to this event, not an event, but it's this healing spot. I do a lot of training, so it's really important to do my recovery stuff. So I went and did like this PEMF, like um, electric chair that like stimulates your heart and your like immune system, your body. Okay, the open black, what's that about? And then I did some sauna. I went and did an ice bath. You know what's crazy is I went in, it was 50 degrees, and this was like the first time in a long time where my body felt like it like was receptive to the cold. Normally I'm like hurting and in pain and stuff, but I just took it and I did a good full 6, 7 minutes out in the jacuzzi and then did like the red light sauna, the red light therapy stuff. What's up, St. Mark? This is Astro J. If you guys hit that gold mark, it actually pushes us out to the FYP page, and that'll bring more people to this live, which I would love. And I think one of the biggest things that's going to help is sharing that, but then also sharing who I am. So this is your first one in there. My name is Jesse, aka Astro J. I'm an blog astronaut, author, inventor. I've done tours and performed with Rakim, Talib Malik, Farside. And if you actually hit this QR code in the back, it'll take you to my product, which is called Astro Onyx, which is a charcoal activated toothpaste now with high design for space. It's about a girl trying out something small and it's more stuff out there. The doppelgangers are real, bro. Doppel, like the same way that people are selling email lists, I feel like they're selling DNA, low key. And there's people all around the world that are simulations of us. I remember one time, dude, I got scared when I was in Ghana. Uh, I was going on the truck road, which is like this bus with no doors. We would just literally like walk past it looked like a script. What's up, ladies? Oh my gosh, this was crazy. I literally was just talking about when I was in Ghana. So one time when we were doing we were riding the trotro. We were riding the trotro down from Passoa, like in the city. So we'd walk down from Passoa or Blue State, and then I'd go down to the city. And we took the trotro. I think when I was coming back from teaching at the village, I saw this guy, and he looked just like me, and it scared me. I was like, oh my gosh, if I died, like he could take my driver's license. It was that scary. So I want to give a huge shout out to Lady Zombi. Those you guys that are just in it, Zombi is from Ghana. She's actually from here, from Africa, from West Africa. She helped me go through the city, connect with the people in the village. She looked after me, what I'm saying, make sure that I was safe in a town that I didn't know about. So, hey, everybody that's on here, make sure you say what's up to Lady Zombi. Um, she's amazing, absolutely amazing. But yeah, man, I was just like doppelganger, dude. Like, there's somebody in the world that looks just like you. You know what's crazy is I just went on like a little date to grab some tacos, and I went on this date and I'm looking at this girl and I literally tell her in the middle, I was like, I'm like, yo, you look just like my mom. It's kind of crazy. I showed her a picture of my mom, like they're like spitting images. And then she showed me a picture. She's like, you look just like my dad. She showed me a picture of my dad. I'm like, then they like, I don't remember. I was like, nah, come on, man. You gotta do better. That's not cutting. That's not cutting. But yo, back to more in depth. Like what exactly is more in depth? Then? Yo, chat. Let's start sharing this out, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you hit that gold heart button. It helps us push it out to more people. Push it out, push it out. Yo, it's Astro check. I said it's Astro check. Everybody who get here, man. There we go. Thank you, Dominic. Hey, hey. Thank you, Dominic. Dude, there's so much going on TikTok. It's crazy. I signed up for battles. I've been signing up for like all these little creator contests. I'm trying to make some money off of this app. Hey, put some dollar bills in the chat if you're trying to make some money off this app, man. Like, there's no reason we can't be making a bunch of money on this. Hey, thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. Everybody, if you're on here, make sure you hit that gold heart. It pushes us out to the FYP page, which is what we want. We want to get pushed out. We want to get this shared out to more people so that we get an opportunity to expand. That's what this is all about, man. That's what this is all about. It's building this network, connecting with our people, having a good time, and just bridging the gap. So we got some killers in the building. We got Lady, we got Lisa, we got Lasandra, we got Mary. What's going on, chat? It's Astro J. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to tell you guys a crazy story because I was dreaming about this 2 nights ago. So I used to live in this country called Nepal. Nepal, I don't know if it still is, but has been like the most poor country in the world. $1 is worth 100 of their dollars. So I went to like Nepal with like a couple grand, and I was sitting on some stupid money. I was like buying whatever I want. I was buying fish for the numbers, like market verification projects. Like, it was going crazy. And I remember one night, kind of funny because I was low key like this like Russian nomad lady who, not at the time, but before she met me, had lived like nomad life, like nakedness and like a bunch of food, some wild type stuff. She had this cut down her tongue, so she had like a legit tongue, like with two little pieces like that. I was like, ugh. But I never really said anything to her about that. That's your life. Anyways, I was like, I can't live with her. She is crazy, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I went into the village and I found some like Europeans, Americans, stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, you can stay at our spot, but it's like 4 miles into the Himalayas. You know, it's not in the city. I was like, I'll take it. I'll take whatever it is. Please don't let me live with this thing. Um, yeah, she had a lizard tongue, so like she had two parts, and it would be like not like a lizard. It was crazy. But she literally like split it down the middle, and she could move it like that. So long story short, um, I moved in to this new spot, but the people that I was talking to, they were like, "We're not going to be there for a couple of nights, so you just gotta like, just the places to yourself." Nepal, it's like third world. It was literally like a box. The shower was just like a water hose that you had to like pump. You had to pump it, and I didn't even take a shower there. But I remember just like laying on this bed of hay that was just like stuffed, and I couldn't sleep. The windows were open because there was no glass to like cover the windows. Just laying in the middle of the Himalayas, Mount Everest, and I lost it. It was the first time in my life as an adult where I just felt like something just wasn't right, and so I just started screaming my lungs. like somebody's trying to kill me, and nobody's trying to kill me. I'm just like freaked out. I'm literally in the middle of nowhere. I'm like miles and miles away from anyone. I just feel lost. I feel lonely. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? I'm tripping balls. Like I am tripping. And after I catch myself and I stop screaming, right? Um, I'm like, you know what, dude? I need to go to sleep because what am I still doing up? It's like 1 o'clock. So this is crazy part. I'm laying down and I fall asleep for maybe like 15, 20 minutes. One of those, right? I look to my right like this, and I see a spider the size of my hand right here. It's just like on the wall. It's on the wall like this. The fangs are out like this, looking at me, like pointed at me. And I've already been freaking out. I didn't even tell you. So before we even get to that part, let me tell you this part. So I went into the city earlier that day, and this was before the screaming. And I went to the village to drink coffee, play chess, have a good time, blah blah blah, go to the car. And the curfew is like, I think it's like 7 o'clock or something like that, and they turn all the lights off in the entire city. So it's pitch black, and I'm in the middle of the day. If you've ever been in dark, ladies out there, you know what I'm talking about, like the dark, no lights, no street lights, nothing. I'm walking in complete darkness, and my phone is on. My phone is on. It was like less than 10% on low power mode. So I'm walking through, minding my business, and I just start hearing stuff like some weird stuff in the forest, like some noises that you hear from some like wild animals. And as I'm doing this, and let's keep sharing this out. Let's get these likes up. If you haven't, make sure you go ahead and hit that gold heart. That pushes us to the For You page. So I'm walking through, and I'm like tripping out. I'm going down this hill, and I see two sets of eyes, like not human eyes. I'm talking about like some fierce, like dangerous type eyes, and they start running at me. Not at the speed that humans would run, but something like unlike humans, and they're sprinting at me, and they finally get to me, and they're wolves, two wolves. And at this point, I've been traveling all throughout Asia. I'm skinny, I'm weak, I ain't been working out. I low key kind of just took my fate. I was like, you know what? I think this is my time. And so I was like, let me give it one more try. So I start whistling at these wolves. I'm like, and I can't whistle because I'm just like scared. I'm in the middle of the dark, big old wolves. Like they're like past my hip. And if they stand up, they're taller than me type of thing. And one of them puts his paws gently on my chest and licks me with his tongue. Got slime all over my tongue. I smelled his breath. It was hot, hot breath, big old teeth, canines like this. One of those, done, right? He licks me, or she licks me, starts circling. I'm like, oh my God, they're trying to taste their food before they eat. And then all of a sudden, one of them snaps to my head. Boom. It just sticks to my head. And I moved away from it and it stayed with me. It literally just like, it became one with me. So I go forward and come with me. And then the other one kept doing the same thing. Yeah. No, this is real, ladies. This is real life. This is real life. So I'm like, oh my God, like these are guardian angels. These are guardian angels. So so stay with me. Stay with me. Everybody put a rocket in the comments if you're listening to this. Everybody put a rocket in the comments if you're listening to this. So I start walking, and one of the wolves takes off, goes off, and it's all I hear is bark, 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 bark. And this wolf starts fighting the animal, and then he comes back. Keep walking. The other one goes off, takes fights another animal. Blah, 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 blah. I hear like a bunch of stuff. I'm scared. I'm like, what if they eat them? You know, what if like they take a puppy? Thank you, Tay. Thank you, Tay. Put a rocket in the comments if you hear me. So these wolves walked back all the way back to this little cottage, and all I remember is it's pitch black outside. They stopped because they knew where I lived. They knew where I lived. They stopped. Literally, like humans, they're like, all right, man, this is where we go. And I literally, I was just like, thank you guys so much. I like hugged them, and they were like, I just hung out, like little, like it was the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. Wildest stuff, right? So that whole thing happened, and then I get inside the cottage, I close this little gate, and then they go take off. They literally go take off into the moon. Now I'm in this cottage. Okay. Now let's fast forward past the screaming part. You guys remember the screaming part, right? Y'all remember me screaming up the top of my lungs, tripping, right? And I go to sleep, and then I see this big old spider web banged out, ready to fight. And earlier that day, I'd seen a guy. He had a wheelbarrow. He had this big old bump on his neck. It looked like it was just filled with pus. It was disgusting. And I asked one of like the people, I was like, yo, what was that? And I said, oh, he got bit by one of those brown recluse spiders. I said, yeah, oh, y'all got those over here? They said, yeah. Guess who went into that brown recluse, right? So I didn't even want to make any like quick movements. So what I did was I just rolled away from it. I started rolling away from it, and when I rolled, I just gave it a name. I was like, hey, Jimmy, what's going on, man? I was like, hey, listen, it's been a crazy day. I already screamed at the top of my lungs earlier. Um, I already fucking basically lost it. I said, I just need you to walk out that window and just leave me alone. I'm like, I've already done too much today, man. I need you to go. And literally talking to Jim, the giant brown recluse, he like goes into this, he goes, and he walked out of the window. He walked out of the window, and I was relieved for about 5 minutes. And then I realized that these windows don't have glass, they don't have doors. You just come in and back to sleep. But I was so tired at this point, going through the dark, spider, like airplane, and I just fell asleep. Marco, Marco. So yeah, so I'm going through that whole experience, right? And I just remember waking up in the morning, and I think that was my moment. I was like, I need to get the heck out of here. I had done so much in the time that I was in Pokhara. I was paragliding, on the lake. I was just doing like some of the wildest stuff in the Himalayas. And then that, I can't wait to go back, man. Whoever's lucky enough to start dating me when I got some like cheddar is gonna love it over here. She is going to love it. She's gonna love it. So yeah, man, that's my Nepal story. And that's just one. That's just one. I've done some wild stuff in the last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's been a journey. Hey, Lisa, you know I'm like I think I've won like 5 battles in a row. I want to stay on my win streak. You think we can do one battle? Should I do like one more battle and then see how it goes? I don't even want to do a lot of that. I just want to do like one and see how it goes. You down? Because Vanilla. Because what do you think, Alicia? Tell me what you think. You got some roses for me? Should we do a battle? What you guys think? Hey, what's up, Bullet man? What's going on? It's Astro J. You got some roses? You think we can do a battle real quick, Alicia? You down? Thank you so much for the heartbeat. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and don't forget. add some J Forte music to that playlist that you built. Don't forget to add it. What's up, Mullet Man? Hey, if this is your first time in Mullet Man, make sure you hit that gold heart. It actually takes us to the FYP page, for you page. I got you. I got you. No worries. Alicia, what you think? Think you got me for a couple roses? You take this one. I'm still D1, so like I'm not going to get some crazy graded. I don't do like a much. You know, I think my last battle, I think it was like 100 or something like that. I want to build a team so that I can keep like leveling up on this thing. Hey, check out my playlist. Check out my playlist. And shout out to the boys. Shout out to the boys. Shout out to the boys. I want to find a way where I can go live and like lay down, like all the lights are just like nice. Dude, I could do that forever. I think I low key like to sleep in my life and just get the hours. Like, be like, oh my god, you sleeping? 10,000 points. Ooh, mac and cheese. Are you still learning? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I actually got invited by TikTok to do a agency, and I want to do like a partnership where we raise money for the village in Ghana. So first thing I have to do first is make sure that um, I get like my streams up and stuff like that, so we can start doing battles and making money. And then I want to build a team and like have you on the team to start teaching you how to make money and stuff like that. And we can like put some really new projects for them. I think that'd be so cool. I think that'd be so cool. That'd be a great story for TikTok. Show how we're doing something. Yeah. Thank you for that. And thank you for sharing. So ladies out, you know, yeah. You know, my brother makes so much money off of this. He literally made like I think it was like $10,000 off of one 5 minute battle. $10,000 US. Those dollars. Dollars. In 5 minutes. Yeah. So I'm like, if he can definitely, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is get me up. I can generate some revenue. Yeah. Go to school there, then I can travel there, then I can teach, all that stuff. Just like how I used to do it. But this time it'll be my school. And it won't be what's the word, corrupt. It won't be corrupt. Make sure that everything's going where it's supposed to be going. I think that's why they were mad at me when I was there because I called them out. I called them out on what I saw. They should have me the spreadsheets of like where how much money we had made. And I'm like, where's the money going to? Like, there's still hungry kids here. There's still, this and that. And there's like this big old house that you guys built. What about the kids though? So I'm gonna build it so that it's my job so that I take care of myself and then work on these projects. Space opportunities for the kids. That's the dream. That's what I've always dreamt of. I still have those pictures of when I brought the laptop, to the village in City of Miracle. And the kids, you know, they saw the computer and the iPhone for the first time. That's always been my dream is to go back to Ghana, go back to Africa and teach and to show that there's more possibilities. You know, we gotta build this up, man. I see too many of these TikTok creators, too many of these creators on here that like they don't care about the future of what we have going on. Like they're just gonna get big money. I have such a big vision, for what I'm creating that this would be a great to happen and share it with even more people, and then we could do it for fun. regular job, and then we can inspire other creators to give back and to do something for our community. And that's the other part. I know that I can do it, you can do it, you can do it. But then once we start building, then we get then we get these other creators that see what we got going on and they'll love it and they'll want to be a part of it. And start putting in donations and doing battles for kids. You know, we can do battles for kids and raise money for them. How crazy is that? You know, like the battle that we win, a portion of that money goes to such and such, school books or food for the village, something like that. Uncool, you know, a year supply of 6 months supply of tilapia, something fun. I'll say this too. Yeah, yeah. And you know what? I think one of the hardest things about living in the village and then coming back was that like I know that this is my dream that it's gonna happen. I just never knew when it was gonna happen. I didn't know when I was gonna get the opportunity, but I wanted it to be something like special, tangible, something that like is forever, something that can always give. And I'm still working on that, and I'm a lot closer, with my new product. I can't wait to go to the village and give the kids, Astro honestly much to teach. I can't wait to, build these opportunities to give back and to do these lives. T, what's going on? It's Astro Jay. Thank you so much for joining. Um, I got Lady Z and Alicia and the squad here right now, and just vibing, sharing my stories from back when I was in Ghana, back when I was in Nepal, some of my travels. We got to get you some. I can't wait to come back to Ghana. Oh, I miss Ghana. I miss Ghana so much. That's, but it's crazy. In my youth, like, I was running away. What's up, Young Dust? What's up, Sergio? So all these countries that I had lived in, I basically stopped the life that I was going to live to see what it would be like in these other places. What's up, Sergio? What's up, Sheila? Talking about some crazy stories about when I was in Nepal, when I was in Ghana teaching. I'm actually on this with ladies out there right now who, is a teacher, a wife, a mother, and one of my dear friends from Ghana who has helped me, teach with the kids, learn about the village, you know, get kids that were, sold into slavery and, bring them back to academics and stuff like that. What's up, Larissa Faciane? She's back. So, Larissa, check this out. I've got Lady Zalmi out here, and I've got Alicia. Lady Zali is one of my dear friends. She actually um, is in Ghana. And when I used to live out there, Lady Zalmi actually helped me, with teaching the students, in the villages, helping them, get out of the fishing boats and onto our academic schools. What's up, Eva? What's going on? I did? I don't even know what I said. Faciane? That's how you say it, right? Tell me, where is that from? Because I feel like it's definitely got a Latin root to it. But as far as country, it could be anything. So I'm fascinated to know more about that. What's up, E Love? Yo, I literally just shared two crazy stories. So one of them was my doppelganger in Ghana, and I'm going to attest to this. I was with the Israelis who went to the school, church when I came back, and it was farm school with lots of roti and hot chicken. It was hot sauce. Okay, she's Creole. It's Hacienda. It's Creole. New Orleans. I love that. I love that. I get off of the Trocho, and so for everyone that's on here, Trocho is actually just a bus. And in Ghana, like some of these buses didn't have doors. They were just like these big doors. You got a guy hanging out. He's like yelling out what city he wants to. He's like, "Hit, hit, 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 hit." You gotta run up on that bus. You gotta really think. bump into this dude that looks exactly like him. It's the wildest thing. Guys, let's make sure that we hit this mark. It's going to push us to the FIP page and bring in more people to listen to this crazy story. But yeah, man, wild story. So we get off of the truck, bro, and literally I'm looking at this dude that looks spitting image, scared the shit out of me. Because in my mind, for a blank second, I'm like, oh my god, if something ever happened to me, he literally would take like my passport, go, and he was me. Like that's how much he looked like. I was like, we walked the other way. Uh, Doppelgangers is a real thing. Hey, Lisa with the roses. Lisa with the roses. What's poppin'? And then I was telling Alicia and Tommy and a couple of people about my whole experience when I was uh, when I was in Nepal. And Nepal has so many good stories. I mean, I stuck on a TEDx stage and talked about humanitarian reconstruction. So this cool team of like 5, 6 people to share like and demonstrate what we're working on and what we're going to build. Um, I met some wild cool people all around the world. Just been doing my thing and just trying to be awesome. That's all. You know, here trying to you know live side life. Not that be passionate about what we want to do and just not part of it. Okay, question. What do you think? I need no question. Ladies, what's your favorite meal? Your top two favorite meals? What's up? Go ahead. That's what Jay. We're just talking about our favorite. Make sure you hit that gold heart. That's just a peak for you page and helps us boost to get up and share to more people. Everybody tag FYP in the chat. Everybody tag FYP. Everybody tap that boop da boop da. Tap it the boop da bop. Tap it the boop da bop. Hey, chat. Where y'all at? Chat. Chat. Where you at? Chat. Chat. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Let's get about where? Brother, that's okay. All right. Put some Jala. Put some Jala. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm like, okra. Like, I've never heard of okra. Okra. I love okra. Okra's the vegetable, right? It's like the chewy kind of like celery. Yeah, we got some. It's got that like. You love fried. I love fried. I love fried okra. Ooh, that's for kitchen. That's for everything. Like a Jala. Who has better Jala though, Ghana or Nigeria? I hear you say that they have. All my friends in Nigeria are like, oh, we have the best Jala. Like, really? What's the who are you? Who is it? Good Jala? Hey, Sam, hello, fire. State your name. State your name in your cause. I need to know who you are. Who's Hello Fire 34? Oh, and chat. Um, Go ahead and hit that gold heart at the top. That's going to push us to the For You page, which brings more people into our conversation. So, yeah, man, let's, baby. I want more people to hear about the story. We were talking talking about. So everyone that's here, so Lady Zamli is actually one of my really good friends. She's one of the first people that I met in Ghana. She helped me actually like kids to adopt, actually, children that were stolen onto the boats and get them back into the schools. She really advocated heavily for children born into slavery. And I hate even saying that. These, hey, but there's so many opportunities. And like even like this, like TikTok, it's so new. Oh, Uncle Al, Uncle Al, Uncle Al Spark, what's good? What's good, man? Thank you so much for showing love, man. I appreciate you pulling up on the chat. It is Astro Day, man. I've been doing a lot of different stuff. I appreciate you showing love, man. Alicia, shout out to the hearts, man. I got to tell you this crazy story, and I told Jamley, I told Alicia, but Jamley actually, when I lived in Ghana, when I lived in Africa, she was like my confidant, and she looked out for me. She made sure I got home safely. Like there's a lot of dangerous stuff that's out there. I see with the Lucaris picture, Alicia, and so I'm forever grateful for our friendship. I was telling her that my goal is to use this as an opportunity to bridge the gap and be able to raise money, not just for myself, but we could be raising battles and like raise money for kids. You know what I'm saying? That or like books, and that's the work that we were doing while we were out there. We were teaching children, we were teaching kids, teaching them English, Spanish, astronomy. I was teaching them about astronomy before I knew that I'd be an astronaut candidate. Now, is that not God willing? Is that not crazy? I think it's crazy. And I love how God sets you up to shock the world. Like I'm talking to them about planets and space and English and Spanish. A decade later, I come back and astronaut back to the village. What? That's divine right there. That's God. That's a calling. And so, ladies, I'm again, no matter what happens in the world, I always got love for you. I'm always rooting for you. Um, and I can't wait to come back to God with firepower, with friends, with ammunition, with support, opportunities, to make the village better, and to help out. I think just helping with resources and stuff. And I don't know why. I think it's because it's in the first place up in Africa, and I'm so connected to it. But yeah, nothing nothing like it. Delicious. I miss the family I used to be with. I met some wonderful people on that trip. Uncle Al, what's good, man? What's new? Where you at in the world? You in Phoenix? You gotta catch up, man. Let me know when the next barbecue is. I'm gonna pull up. Let me know when the next barbecue is. I'm gonna pull up on you. I just started eating meat too, man. It's been almost 3 years. But not to eat. And I just have to have more better. Just enjoying the vibe, enjoying the experience. Yeah. What's up, man? Hey, hey, what up, man? Hey, hey. What's up, Tay? What's up, let's not Tay? Man, what's good? Yo. And yeah, man, like, it's been a booming 90 days, 120 days, year. I'm so grateful. Sometimes it's like you work. I'm still in it. I'm going to be in it for a while. What's up, E? What's up, let's not Tay? Yeah, man, so right now, between us, I'm in pilot school. Um, I'm about 13, 14 hours from getting my private pilot license. And I've been paying my way through, Uber and just fucking putting it all together. I'm 13 hours away cover the cost of it. Like I just finished doing some garage right now, but I'm excited, man. Like I'm putting it all together and trying to make some things happen. I don't know what this private pilot license is going to do for me in the future, but I know that it's what I'm supposed to be doing. So that I got to get my master's and my PhD. I have 1 year of my master's completed, and NASA reached out to me and they have a really cool opportunity for me, but they require a master's and a PhD, not just done, right? And so that's something I could have done this year, but I didn't complete it. There's some things I got to do, but I'm starting to do work and stuff like that. It is so I got a lot on my plate right now, a lot of cool stuff, man. And I'm just grateful that I can just chill and kick it with you guys for a minute. Yeah, family is serious business. Like, you know, uh, doing a lot of cool stuff. And I'm also building, my YouTube up, my Instagram, my TikTok, my Twitch, my LinkedIn, my Facebook. I'm just doing everything I can. And then also, I'm pushing through. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm actually going to be doing the Home and Garden Expo from the 26th to the 28th. So I wouldn't be able to. That's a great one to be a part of, but I'm already in one during these days. What's up, Battle City? Thank you so much for the love, chat. Thank you so much for the heart. Everybody that's here right now, if you haven't, go ahead and hit that gold heart that pushes us to the FYP page. FYP is for you page, which is going to get us more people in here. And I got some crazy stories. Um, one back in 2022, they actually ran for mayor of LA, which is like the largest, top three largest, population in the world. And I was enlisted now. It literally came from I was on the treadmill on the elliptical, and I was literally going against the mayor of San Pedro, and we just battling it out. And I didn't know who he was. He didn't know who I was, but I invited him to my concert, and I ended up finding out he was the mayor of San Pedro. And I thought to myself, if this dude is the mayor of San Pedro, then it's possible for me to be mayor of something like mayor. I did it. It felt like anything was possible. And I learned a lot. It was stressful. I was in a relationship at that time. Um, she would stress me out. Imagine running from there at like 27, 28, and then being in a stressful relationship. I looked like it was not a good time. But I ended up completing it. Like I didn't win the race, but I learned a lot from the experience. Yeah, you saw that. You saw that, lady. Yeah, it's funny because like I talk about some of the stuff that I've been doing, and it almost seems like a dream. Like if you wouldn't have experienced or seen what I've been doing, a lot of people are like, "Ah, he's lying. He's not telling the truth." It's like, no, like I ran for mayor of LA. I am uh, international hip hop superstar. I'm an inventor. I'm an astronaut candidate, astronaut trainer, analog astronaut. I'm that guy. But like, if you just saw me on the street, you'd be like, you wouldn't think anything of it. I'm the epitome of don't judge a book by its cover. Amen, man. Amen. You know what? And you know why? Because a lot of it isn't me, man. It's God. Like the fact that I have the energy to do these things. I've lived 10 lives in the last 30 years. And what's crazy is it's like it's really just been like the last decade. Like in the last 12 years, I've lived I've lived 10 lives. After I graduated college, like I started traveling the world, on a budget. I was doing things and I realized at a young age that life is gonna catch up at some point. I want to do the things while I have the time. And now I'm so excited about this next journey. never told you this, ladies and gentlemen, but when I went to Ghana, I think it was Wells Fargo. They shut my bank down. They literally shut my bank down. And when I got into Ghana, I had no money, and I tried calling from Africa because I had no Wi-Fi. And I was like, I need my account open, and they're like, yeah, like you're calling from Africa, we don't trust that. I'm like, I'm American, I'm from here, yeah. So I had to borrow money from my host family. I borrowed money from the host family. Yes, I borrowed money from the host family that I lived with. I borrowed money from them. And when I got back to the States, I paid them back extra. Yeah. And what's crazy was, it's literally like that was the first day I was trying to take money out of my account. And I'm like cussing. I'm like, I'm in the middle of Africa. I have no money. I'm with the family. I'm supposed to be helping people out. Now I need help. I felt like, I was like, wait, y'all got this Brony Kaka in a messed up situation. Think how y'all bullshit. And I remember the father of the house was like, Jesse, you are a good man. You will support me. And I said to him before he said anything, I said, as soon as I touch down back in the States, I will pay you guys back. And as soon as I got back, I went to, what's it called, Western Union, and I got the information. I sent them, you know, all the money and some more money, you know. So it was a wild experience, but it was such a humbling experience too because um, here I am coming to a new country, thinking I'm going to help people out. I'm going to do something for others, and then I need help. And I think that was such a blessing. God, something like, what if I had and I could help people? You know, I would just be stuck and stranded. Stuck and stranded. It's scary. Look what happened. And then, dude, what was crazy was in the Ghana house in the crowd that I waited for like 3 hours. Like nobody like they didn't pick me up. And they told me like, well, we were here. I was like, no, you weren't. I was actually like when I got there, I was like really mad about that. I still remember. But picked me up after 8 hours and went home. And, yeah, they had some food ready for me. Chala, food to me. Hi, Kato, what's good? Hey, Todd, make sure you hit that gold heart and push this to the For You page real quick. Dude, I was talking about maybe something about how when I went to Ghana and shut my bank down, I was literally like, I got stories on top of stories. I got stories. I remember when I sat right next to Eric Koku, and I was just like, where's this money going to? And they were not trying to hear this. I'm like, what's up? Talk to me. They weren't trying to hear nothing. But where I come from, like, you talk, you be transparent, you be honest about it. If you're spending it on other stuff, say it. You know, the little part. He said, what's good, chat? Say la suba. I got crazy stories from all around the world, bro. I've lived in, let's go down the list. In Mexico, Puerto Rico, Canada, um, Ecuador, London, Iceland, um, Spain, France, Portugal, Austria, India, Ghana. Mine is gray and says two. Yeah, go hit that. Go hit that gold heart. See what happens. Try to get pushed to the F for you page, so we get more people in here showing love. And every time you guys put that FRP there, we go, hey, how you hanging in there? You always strong for me, my boy. Thank you so much. And shout out for getting level 3 on the fan club, man. Shout out. Shout out for getting level 3 on the fan club. How you been, brother? What's good with you? What you up to? What you up to these days, my boy? So, Issa, what's poppin'? What's poppin', my boy? Yeah, I think it's so cool. I gotta be battling. Awesome, man. What are you studying at school? What you working on? I think it's so cool. I forgot what I was just saying, but oh yeah, I was battling. He was like in the middle of some third world country. And he's just like I'm on the phone, like screaming. And it got me thinking like there's always opportunity out there. You know? Yeah, like play the like for me game. It's like nah, dude. There's people with way less that are doing way more. You just gotta keep going. What is Portable? What's that? Let's saute. Hey yo, chat. We're at 2.4K likes. Can we get this up to like 4K? And let's see how fast we can do it. Because it's 7:22 where I'm at. I think by 7:25 we can get 4K. 7:25. That's 3 minutes. If everyone starts clicking like a mad woman and mad man for like a minute, we would literally hit it super quick. Okay, let's take care of your point. We'll take care of your baby boy. Thank you, Tom. Dante. Yo, I feel like yesterday really opened up like a block in my head when I was talking to Niche. You know what I'm saying? You guys were asking me questions. I would love that too. What Dante is. You know, if you guys ever have questions, you can ask me. I appreciate you, Samuel. I know it's late over there. I appreciate you staying up with us and just vibing. It's 2 o'clock where you're from. 2 o'clock in Ghana. 7 hours away. 7 hours away. You guys were in the next day. You're literally in the next day. Literally in the next day. In the next Disney. In the next Disney. We're at 2.7. We're at 2.7. We got 2 more minutes. We got 2 more minutes. Chat. Let's go crazy. Chat. Let's go crazy. Where we at? There we go. Come on. Hey, hey, bro. My day's great, man. I got a couple rides. It was super slow with Uber today, so I was like, you know what? Let me just pick up on the chat real quick. Pick up on the stream and just connect with the squad for a moment. Me, squad. I think that's cool. As long as I'm doing something right, making some money for pilot school, pilot training, making some examples. I think this week is going to be a really good week. I think it's going to be great. A lot of positive things coming out, a lot of great opportunities. Um, stay, stay positive. That was music. But for me, it's for but it's for you. It's for you. You know? I've lived a lot, man. I've sat with Mike Tyson. I've interviewed people that have ran for president in the United States. I've played sports. I've been homeless. I remember one time I was sleeping on a bench in New York, and that's just like a really nice place. big old security guard goes, hey man, you can't sleep here. I told him my story. He was becoming a capital of Amsterdam. I'm middle of New York. I'm like, next step. I think, but I'm gonna make it. And he slipped me like, I think it was like $50 or something. And I had no food, but I was super hungry. But like, I think that would be lit if I did that. The only thing is like the quality of the drive. Like, what's it called? Like my Wi-Fi. I don't know if it'll be good Wi-Fi. Let's try it. Let's try it. And that would kill like two birds with one stone. At the point, I'd be like connecting the show. And on top of that, I'd be doing my ride. Oh yeah, it would be hilarious. I think people would love that. Streaming live, riding, riding past. Dude, I've had some wild rides, dude. I picked up a pair of midgets like a couple months ago, and they were all just like bouncing in the backseat. What are you guys doing? I looked back, they're like, wee! Oh my god, that's crazy. I gotta find something that like gives me high quality Wi-Fi inside of my truck. That'd be lit. And I can just stream in there. Oh my god, I picked up some wild people. I picked up Jack Black's dad earlier this year. Uh, he was like, I'm gonna share my music with my son. My son. Fuck yeah, you are. Hell yeah, you are. Yeah. Okay. Um, this dude just needs like a freaking $40 tip. Actually, the last ride that I just did, this dude asked me, he's like, can I hop on the aux? I'm like, no. He's like, can I give you $20 to hop on the aux? I'm like, yeah. I was about to say like make it 20, but I'm like, just hop on, bro. And then this opportunity to like share my product too. I've actually had a couple people download my app, just like product. So it's a great way to just connect too. And then I'm picking up this dude Wednesday, and his wife to take them to the airport. So I'm like, can you just pick us up, lady? Like, yeah. You just give me extra money. And they're like, hell yeah, we got you. So yeah, yeah, man. Um, last night, it just we got Lashante, we got Lisa, we got Ty, and then Lady Zombie just went to take care of the baby. So we got a couple people in here just vibing. We got a couple people in here just vibing. You went to bring him to the boat. One day we'll announce that. So I can't wait to start doing like concerts and like big time streaming, bro. So we've already elevated in a lot of different ways just in the last 30 days. Yeah, but it will be. If it is, I don't know about it. You got to tell me. Yo, yo, yo. This is Astro J. I gotta check that out. I love Logic. Dude, I've performed with some of the best, and not just some of the best. I've performed with the best MCs in the world. Rakim, MC, um, Halif Kweli, Farside, Fat Lip, Frog Talk Quest, Charisma. You know what I'm saying? One dude that we spoke so much during the trip. He's like the original smoke. Like I've opened up with them and they've been like second class. if Chad, I got a question. So, what do you guys think about this? So I was talking to this girl, like maybe like let's say 6 months ago, and then she said she's in a relationship, and then I started talking to her, and all of a sudden she's definitely not. So it's like, what are your thoughts on that? Is that something you guys would run to? Like, what does that sound like? Does that sound genuine? She told me she's like, well, she said like, oh, like I miss you, like blah, 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 all this stuff. Like, what are you guys' thoughts? Let me hear this. Let me hear what you guys think. Is that neat to speak to that person? Do you focus on yourself? Like where's your head at in the game? Like, tell me more. Tell me more, Tay. I just need y'all to hear it. I don't even want to say anything because I want you guys to like form, without me pushing it or whatever. But lady, the hospital too, one time ago, 6 months ago. Then she gets in a relationship, we just like stop talking, and then all of a sudden she starts hitting me up. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. Yeah, I broke up with my boyfriend. I'm single now. She's like, and I just want to see you. I miss you so much. Like all out of whatever. What do you guys think? No, no, she's not. She's not. She's not married. She's now out of a relationship with her boyfriend. Exactly. Yeah, like a rebound, right? Exactly. Yeah. So I just been, you know, I just, yeah, it's just like thanks, but no thanks. Honestly, just I lucky forgot about her. Lucky forgot about her. I just been doing stuff, whatever randomly hit me up. Let me see. Shut up. Do I look like Boo Boo the Fool? Do I got DD on my forehead? I know my forehead's big, but I'm not slow. So yeah, I just kind of let it simmer, let it die. Yeah, that's what she thought. Yeah, that's what she thought. She can think differently. Yeah. I was just, I went on a date today, and it was just like I told the girl, I said, I'm cool with being alone. I'm cool with being by myself. I love my own company. I said, if somebody's gonna be in my life, it's gonna be because they compliment who I am and what I do. And like in my last relationship that I was in, I thought that I prayed for certain things, and then when I got them, I realized that's not what I needed. I prayed for them. Don't get me wrong, I loved it. And it was great. And I prayed for like love, connection, like, stability, and all these like things, and I got them. But truthfully, it just wasn't the right situation for me because I felt like in that I was actually doing less good for myself. I wasn't as passionate. I wasn't as driven. I wasn't working toward my goals, my dreams like I normally would have. And so when I noticed that, I realized that it wasn't anything about her. She was great. It was just like the experience that I'm having is taken away from who I want to be. And so I let it go. And to a lot of people, that seems selfish, messed up. Like, how could you do something like that? Like somebody that loved you, that wanted to show you so much love and be there for you. It's like, yeah, but like as a man, you gotta be able to you gotta be able to receive love in a way that doesn't affect who you are and where you're going. And when it starts to affect what you're doing and what you're going and where you're going, now we have a problem. Well, and then I had to cut it off. I noticed as soon as I stopped dating and I was just on my own and I was a free man, that my life opened up. Trees started to get better. My skin started to get better. You want to hear something crazy? While I was in that relationship, my back would break out. Like it would just like break out for no reason. Literally like 2, 3 weeks, my entire back cleared up. It cleared up. And that was like a huge sign because I never had problems, with like back action. But I noticed that's like your body will tell you what is working and what isn't. And I was just ignoring it for so long, and it became like that. So I noticed as soon as I started to be more calm and like open and just loving my life and living, you know, healthy. Not that I wasn't healthy with her. She was great. All that stuff. When I started doing what I knew I was supposed to be doing, the anatomy of my body changed, you know, and that was wild. Serious, serious. Yeah, yeah. When your body starts to react, I remember I just wasn't happy. I remember I would actually like leave for like days because I just felt like I was being drained with like my natural energy. No, I didn't like that, and it wasn't anything like. It's crazy when somebody can love you, but like they're harmful too. You know, like in my next relationships, I want a love that's like fuel, drainage. I don't want to go in a, I don't want somebody to go on a boat and poke holes in it, you know, and that's why we're sinking. I want somebody who's actively looking for holes to fill and who's protecting the boat so that we can continue building. I think that's extremely important. We got so many people nowadays that are just they're just poking holes in the boat, and then everyone's sinking, and they're wondering why are we sinking? It's like because you just dagging in this boat. You know what I'm saying? If you've ever experienced that, or you've ever had somebody in your boat when you have daggers, you know what I'm talking about. It's not pretty because a lot of times you don't even know. Like you're like slowly sinking, and you're wondering, like, damn, like why are things going the way they are? It's like, look who's in your boat, bro. Look at what happened when you started dating this person. Yeah. So, and it may not even be them. It may just be like the aura and what they've been attached to that brings you down. Maybe they're a good person. They're working on themselves. You know, they just have a lot of baggage and a lot of undealt with, you know, experiences that they haven't developed. And that's always tough, but you just gotta, push through on it. And I say all this stuff, but at the end of the day, like I wish her nothing but the best. What a great experience being in a relationship. I think that was like my longest best relationship. It was definitely on to learn my lesson. And I mentioned I wish that I pray that she's doing amazing and that she's working on herself and all that stuff. And I think too, yeah, it might have just been the wrong time. I think it was too like, some things happened to me where I wasn't able to, fulfill, who I was as a human. And so that affected me because now I can't be who I want to be in a relationship. And when you can't be the one that you want to be in a relationship, it's really tough because that's who they saw you for, you know. But it also tells you a lot about that person, right? And that's the other thing is, okay, you love me when everything's great. What about when I'm, and you really get to see who people are when you're down. And you know what's crazy is? When I was down, I didn't take her with me and left because I cared enough to do that. I didn't want to be the underlying reason why, such and such didn't work. I was like, hey, listen, I care so much, I gotta go. And I think that was a super tough decision to make. But I know that it was always the right decision because, again, we had a good ride. Come now, about. We had a good ride. Now it's time to hop off. That's life sometimes, baby. That's life sometimes. Chat. Chat was good, big. Chat was good, chat. Oh, yeah, that's another thing that I want to bring here um, that I don't talk about. If you like this conversation just on relationships and my experiences, trust me, I have so much more to share with you guys. And I think not only is it healing for me, I think it'll provide some opportunities for you guys to share your stories. Think of it from a different perspective. We can have a good conversation with this. So if this is something that you like, definitely let me know. You know, here or in the messages like, I really like talking about this and that. And I want to open this up to like for us so we can do more about it. You feel me? You feel me? Do you feel me? No way. You remember the Young Revolutionary Minds podcast? I'm so happy that you listened to him. It's crazy. I haven't done any podcasts in years. I ended that podcast in like 2020, yeah, like 2020, 2020. And you know what's crazy is some of the people that are on my podcast, they're running multi-million-dollars, $100 million companies. They're just like there's some very successful people that I get with. Okay, that's dope. That's crazy. Yeah. And then again, stuff that I don't even talk about. I'm like an onion. I'm like an onion. Yeah. No, Alicia, I'm really glad that you brought up the podcast. Young Revolutionary Minds podcast was such a cool experience for me because it allowed me to connect with these different entrepreneurs and thought leaders and actors, people running for president and this and that. And it made me realize that like the dreams and goals are totally possible. You know, totally possible. And it can happen to any one of us. We just gotta keep working for it. That's why I'm building out this product. It's like I've seen all my friends and like people that I aspire to work like build some really groundbreaking products and technology. And the only factor between them and me is that they were consistent. And so it just makes me realize that I can have anything that's what I want if I stay consistent with it. I can do anything. Like even with TikTok, I know that this is going to keep growing. We're going to build this and this is long enough. So I'm going to stay consistent. Speaking of consistency, I'm going to hop off in a little bit and I'll be doing some Brawl Stars. We're going to pick up tomorrow again around the same time. And I want to talk relationships. I want to talk about relationships with other people, relationships with yourselves. And I want to more of and have to go deeper with that. So get ready around this time tomorrow and let's share this out and let other people know. But I also want to share my story and my product that I'm working on. This will be dope. Yeah. Yep. 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 All right. Good chat. So dope to see you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you guys want to watch me play some Brawl Stars in a little bit, Brawl Stars, all right, hop on. Let's chat with me on there too. All right, peace. Love you guys.